We're here with fifth-year head coach Hugh Hernesman. Coach, a trialing weekend there for sure. You're able to pick up a quality win against McNeese in 5, and then the next day you have a setback for the program for Keeley Arneson with an injury. Talk about that injury and the extent of it and what your program's plan is moving forward.
Sure. Keeley on Friday went down with an injury, and probably the toughest time I've had as a coach in 20 years is ruptured her Achilles. So it was, I think the hardest part for me is that she was just playing so well, leading the nation in digs per set. I think Player of the Year candidate, Libero of the Year candidate, obviously. So that was difficult, and to have to face somebody and tell them, or just knowing that their season is over, becomes really, really hard. So that was a hard time for us. It was a very emotional few days for us. But on the flip side, it's just an injury. She'll recover from that. Early indications right now are that she will be able to get a medical hardship, so her career isn't over. So that's I think probably the good news, if there is any in this. I think if she had played one more match, her career would have been over. So if this would have happened on Saturday, she would have been done. So it's hard. Our girls took it really hard. Keeley's a popular player on our team, a true leader for us, and has transformed herself in the last year and a half to 2 years. So it becomes difficult because this is somebody we've known for 5 years now, and it's like a daughter to us, and we really truly love. So it's hard to see her go through that when there's nothing you can do. But on the other end, the season goes on. We still have a lot of talent in the gym. Bailey Martin stepped in and dug 21 balls in 3 sets. So that's kind of Keeley's average, So Bailey's ready for this, and we just talked to Bailey this morning to make sure that she understood that it's all about her being Bailey and not trying to replace Keeley. Mm-hmm. And I think it really comes down to just experience, and Bailey's really at the same level that Keeley probably was as a sophomore. So we'll continue to see her grow and grow, especially as she gets more and more experience throughout the season. But we just, maybe we just have to do it a different way. So that's kind of our job now as a team and as a staff, is to figure out what exactly that's going to be. It probably won't look a whole lot different, but people just have to perform like they perform, and I think there's enough talent there to continue to do good things.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about a little bit about that. It's always difficult approaching somebody about that and letting them know about a season-ending injury. When you talk to your team about that too, what was the message to your team? You have a quick turnaround there Friday going into a Nichols match on Saturday, but it's bigger than that. It's about the rest of the season and where this team will take things. What was your message to your team about playing after really an emotional 5 weeks to be capped off like that?
Yeah. 2 years ago, we lost 3 starters and everybody left us for dead. That was the message to the team, and we turned around and we were kind of almost a line call away from an NCAA tournament, a conference championship. It's a resilient group. They know that it can be done in different ways, and we did it in a completely different way last year compared to the year before. So that was really the message, is that we're not done. We know the character of the players in our program, but we're gonna have to find a different way. Now the challenge is we're gonna have to do that during the season, as compared to during an off season, and we have some time to regroup a little bit. But we're very driven as a program. Our staff is very determined to find a solution, and I don't think it's going to have to be a whole lot of different pieces or parts or anything like that. But we'll re-examine everything we do to see what we can do to best utilize the talents that we have. So yeah, that was really the message to the group, is we've been here before. We've been here before. People have counted us out. And there's probably been some internal doubts even at that time, but we've always regrouped, and we've put a great product on the floor, and we'll continue to do that.
When you look at this past weekend, you on the court, you split 1-1. You get a big win there against a McNeese program that's very difficult to play at home. Mm-hmm. You beat them 3-2 and 5, and then you go down to Nichols and you have some struggles. It may be a little bit hard to evaluate this last weekend with everything that had been going on. But what is your assessment of everything and being 1-1 in conference now?
Anytime, and this is it's cliche, so I hesitate to say it, but anytime you can get a road win in this conference, it's a big deal. So to go down to McNeese, and I thought they played really, really well, and you could even make an argument that maybe they played a little bit better than us in that match. But we've figured out ways to win in the past when we haven't played our best. So that was real key for us to play okay for us and really have a team that played very, very well against us and really take us out of our comfort zone, and to win that, it felt like us to some degree. And then on Saturday, I think the comment on Friday after everything went down was that we're either going to go to Nichols, we're going to destroy them in 3, or they're going to beat us in 3, because we just don't know how emotionally how the team is going to react. And that's not to take anything away from Nichols. I thought they played really, really well, and I thought they had a very good game plan. But we just couldn't get it going. We couldn't get it going, and that had something to do with them. It had something to do with us and the situation and all of that. So you chalk it up for what it is. The biggest thing for us is continuing to improve, getting to a level of play where we're playing at our best. And if we can do that, I feel like we can stack up against anybody in this conference. So we'll just continue to work at it.
As you move forward now, it's got to be very exciting to be back home on your home court here at Prather on Thursday night at 7 o'clock against Abilene Christian. Talk about the emotion for you finally to be back at home here and get to play in front of your home fans and sleep in your own bed and just everything that goes on with that. How exciting is that for you and your team?
I get to see my kids this week and this weekend. That's a big thing for me, honestly. But no, our players they're exhausted from the trips, and so it's good for us to be able to just have a full week of practice at home, being able to play on our home floor where we're familiar in front of our fans, which are some of the best fans in the South, and we were 3rd in the conference last year in attendance. So those are the things that I think get us really excited about what's going to happen on Thursday and what's going to happen on Saturday. But I think just for us to get an opportunity to go back and get another shot at it on Thursday, I think is also something that we're looking forward to doing. But yeah, we're definitely happy to be home for a week.
Well, and just early on, when you look at this Abilene Christian team, what do you expect to see from them, and kind of what do they do well, and what challenges will they present when they come here?
They're a young group, and they're a nice ball control team. They've got a real nice young middle blocker who had a great season last year, is off to another good start. A transfer who's been impactful for them. So that's going to be a good quality opponent. They took Central Arkansas to 5 last week, so that shows you how strong they are. So there's going to be some challenges. I think early in the season we really try to focus on having us at the level that we need to be and see how that stacks up. So I think that's still going to be the focus for us. Is there's going to be some things that we'll do in scouting that will be different for Abilene Christian than it would be for Incarnate Word, or than it was this past week for McNeese or Nichols. But there will be some small wrinkles there. But really, it's going to be more about us being us. And I keep saying that, but that's really what it is for us right now.
Well, Coach, we look forward to seeing you at home for the first time this season on Thursday, and wish you best of luck.